you can see that the relationship is not working out, whether you are not the right person for your partner's not the right person for you. You all are just not reaching those goals that you may want in that partnership. And so the idea of like, okay, I've been with this person for 2 years, but it's not working out. We keep butting heads. We are not aligned on the visions for the future. We are not aligned on just where this relationship is going. Now I have to remove myself from this relationship. However, I just dedicated 2 years of my life to this person and I want to be in a relationship. I want to eventually be married. I want to eventually start a family. And I thought this was the person that I was going to do that with. And the fact that it didn't work out, and now I have to step out of this to go find a new partner eventually, and now not reset my goals, but enter that path that I thought I was once on. That is enough to cripple you to stay in that relationship because you have to weigh the pros and the cons. It's like, all right, this is bad, but we've been in this for X amount of years. I said 2 years, let's stay with 2 years. This is bad, but I've been in the situation for 2 years. We were once working towards one goal. We might have slightly got it off track, but if we intentionally set ourselves to fix these things, work on these things, in another 2 years, we might be able to get back on track and maybe be further than where we expected. That's one thing. That's the optimism part of it. Like, okay, we've kind of gotten off track. We might not be aligned, but is this fixable? Toward me, I told you I'm a pessimist. A lot of times in that situation, it's like, if you show me who you were, we've had conversations of things not working out. These things, we can let go of this because it's already been shown that this is just not going to work out. And that's where the pessimist of myself come out in those situations. And I don't know if it is the same for you all, but that optimism is enough to keep you in that relationship. And it happens whether it's a good relationship or whether it's a toxic relationship. Just the optimism of hoping that there are brighter days, hoping that things will get fixed later on down the road will keep you in that situation. Not really realizing that like that optimism can also be crippling you for finding the person who is actually for you, for finding the person that you're actually going to marry, for finding a person who is aligned with everything that you have planned for your future and it's stopping you from finding that person. So that fear of like, damn, I got to do this all over again is enough to stop you, which is why I said in the last episode, like a lot of times I prefer someone to break up with me because whether I'm actively working on it or not, there was at some point an aspect of this relationship that was working. If we made it to 2 years, there were certain aspects of the relationship that was working to keep us both in the situation for this long. So let's find that aspect. And even if we don't find that aspect, I'm going to write it out until we both understand that this is just not working out, which is why I say a lot of times that like I'm loyal to a fault in the sense of like I enter this with a mindset of this is going to be the last person. This is going to be whatever the case. This is it. This is the person I may eventually end up marrying. This is the person I'm going to start a family with. I'm going to do whatever I can to stay committed to that goal, which also ties into that idea what I was speaking about of being a failure. If I enter the situation with a goal and I don't reach that goal, I see myself as a failure for not reaching that goal. However, speaking more into like, and it's May is Mental Health Awareness Month. Speaking more gracefully of and to ourselves, allow ourselves to get out of those situations and spread our wings and not be afraid to step into that unknown. Like, okay, I committed this much time, but if I intentionally set out my goal or intentionally, vet the next person, once I find the next person, in 2 years, I'm going to be further along in that next relationship than I was in this relationship. And I don't want to, this is not a relationship podcast, so I'm not going to say a relationship, but also, that happens with